Now, Marvel is known for its beloved characters, and we all like to see when those characters get together. Hey guys, my name is AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and these are the top 10 MCU ships we can't believe sailed. We can't believe came true. At number 10 is Loki and Sylvie. Loki and Sylvie is an unexpected romance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which stirred quite the buzz. It's a peculiar relationship, one where the mischievous Loki finds a connection with Sylvie, essentially a female alternate version of himself. This coupling, found amidst the chaos laments in Loki, raised eyebrows and intrigued many. What's fascinating is how their dynamic works. Initially at odds, both being outcasts and rebels, they gradually discover common ground. Sylvie brings out positive change in Loki, while Loki, in turn, helps Sylvie embrace companionship. It's an odd yet surprisingly endearing bond considering they're essentially variants of each other. The notion of dating oneself, though, does open a can of perplexing queries. Now, their future together remains uncertain, yet brimming with potential. Loki Season 2 just came out, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but let's just say the possibilities for their story arc are vast, leaving fans eager for what's to come. At number 9 is Peter Quill x Gamora. Peter Quill and Gamora's romance in the Guardians of the Galaxy had this will they, won't they vibe that just kept us intrigued. But just when things got charming between them, tragedy struck in Infinity War with Thanos taking out Gamora. Now, Quill's journey in Guardians Volume 3 revolves around trying to revive their lost connection with a time-displaced version of Gamora who never actually met Quill. Their chemistry was undeniable even before they became a couple, making it easy for fans to cheer them on. What made their relationship appealing was how it brought out the best in both characters, particularly Quill's character growth through his love for Gamora. The hope is that after this third installment, perhaps, fingers crossed, Gamora rediscovers her feelings for Quill. The MCU has shown us surprising and heartwarming relationships, and theirs was one that stood out. Whether they reconcile or not, the emotional depth and growth in their connection have been captivating to say the least. If you're enjoying this video so far, please support the channel by pressing like, subscribing to Top 10 Nerd, and ringing that notification bell. It helps us out a lot, and I would really appreciate it. At number 8 is Wanda Maximoff x Vision. Well, the pairing of Scarlet Witch and Vision is one of those unexpected love stories. You've got Wanda, a magical human, falling in love for Vision, who's an android. Now, usually, this kind of relationship might seem odd in other stories, but in the MCU, it's perfectly normal. Their love story has its ups and downs, and it's not all sunshines and rainbows. Avengers Infinity War brought their romance to the forefront, making us care deeply about their connection. But it was in WandaVision that we got a closer look at their attempts to live a regular life together. It was both captivating and heart-wrenching to watch. Unfortunately, their story is quite tragic. Their love seemed destined to fail like Romeo and Juliet. Despite their powers and strengths, they faced an inevitable fate that made their romance even more heartbreaking for fans. Seeing them strive for a life together despite the odds against them made their story so unique in the MCU. And that's why their relationship became one of the most compelling aspects that fans just couldn't help but root for, even if it was doomed from the start. At number 7 is T'Challa x Nakia. The romance in the first Black Panther movie didn't quite make the spotlight, and we didn't see much of it. And then tragedy struck with Chadwick Boseman's passing, leaving questions about the future of the Black Panther legacy. But in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, a revelation changed things. Nakia's absence from the MCU was explained with a big reveal that she and T'Challa had a son. Suddenly, the relationship gained depth. It was a twist that added significance, allowing their bond to live on even without T'Challa. This revelation not only ensures the legacy of the Black Panther, but also opens up possibilities for the future, perhaps involving Shuri or a new Black Panther far down the line. It's an unexpected turn that gives hope for the continuation of T'Challa's story, showcasing that even in the face of loss, a hero's legacy endures. At number 7 is Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter. The depth of their affection shines through as Steve, against all odds, traverses through time itself to reunite with Peggy. Their fleeting moments together hint at the life they could have shared, thwarted by circumstance. Now, fans may need to overlook certain plot elements, like Peggy marrying somebody else, or Steve's kiss with Sharon, but the undeniable pull between Steve and Peggy surpasses these continuity errors, let's say. Their resilience in seeking a chance at the love they were denied elevates them to a deserved place as the quintessential MCU couple. Their story embodies a rare, enduring love that withstands the test of time and fate, resonating with audiences as a testament to the unwavering devotion and power of a destined connection. At number 5 is Peter Parker and Michelle Jones Watson. Alright, it's about time I mentioned the power couple of the entire MCU. Peter Parker and MJ have become an iconic couple in the MCU. Their portrayal showcases a realistic high school romance standing out in a world of grand superhero adventures. Unlike other couples in the MCU, their relationship feels relatable and down to earth. In Spider-Man Far From Home, the awkwardness between Peter and MJ makes them charming and super relatable. Their dynamic continued to shine in Spider-Man No Way Home, where MJ supported Peter during the loss of Aunt May. Now, the bittersweet twist of MJ forgetting their shared memories leaves fans rooting, nay, praying for a happy ending for the duo. I might be a bit biased here because Tom Holland and Zendaya, who play Peter and MJ, are actually dating in real life, yet their on-screen chemistry is undeniable. The way they gaze at each other feels, nay, is genuine, making the relationship authentic and heartfelt. It captures the essence of youthful love, resonating with audiences on a personal level. At number 4 is Thor and Jane Foster. So Thor and Jane Foster, right? You remember the whole God of Thunder meets astrophysicist kind of deal. Back in the day, they were like the underdogs of MCU romances, but then Thor, Love and Thunder threw in some curveballs. But before we get there, let's address the elephant in the room. Thor: The Dark World. Not exactly a fan favorite, especially for Jane's character. People were ready to say goodbye to her in the MCU, but surprise, surprise, she's back, and this time, things got spicy. Thor's vibe got a major upgrade. He's more of a fun guy now, and Jane, well, she's wielding Mjolnir, becoming the mighty Thor herself. And suddenly, they're interesting. There's this newfound chemistry, a dynamic that simply wasn't there before. But then, just when you start shipping them again, bam, the relationship is over by the end of the movie. Just as they were reinvesting in this ship, it sank. Fans just didn't sign up for this emotional roller coaster, you know? At number 3 is Tony Stark and Pepper Potts. A romance that started in the professional world, but bloomed into something special. Back in the beginning, it was clear that there was a connection between Tony, the genius billionaire, and Pepper, his dedicated assistant. Yet their different lifestyles kept them apart. Tony's flashy life clashed with Pepper's values. Despite their fights and a split, their paths always seemed destined to intertwine. Watching them together, raising Morgan Stark as a family, was heartwarming. Pepper's poignant farewell to Tony in Endgame absolutely tugged at the heartstrings. Throughout their journey, they crafted numerous unforgettable moments in the MCU. The relationship stands as a testament to the idea that sometimes love finds its way back. From their humble professional beginnings to becoming a family, Tony and Pepper's story remains one of the most beloved romances in the MCU. At number 2 is Bruce Banner and Natasha Romanoff. Now, some pairings have left fans scratching their heads. Take Bruce Banner and Natasha Romanoff, for instance. In Avengers Age of Ultron, their romantic storyline felt kind of forced and out of place. Sure, they had some chemistry in the original Avengers, but pushing them into a relationship off the bat in the next movie seemed a little bit off. Their connection didn't feel authentic, and it took away from their individual character developments. Fans didn't really buy into it, and the lack of continuation in later films speaks volumes. Now, comparatively, Bruce's relationship with Natasha was way more established than his past with Betty Ross. The problem isn't about the lack of natural buildup, but also how it impacted their narratives. Both characters seemed to lose their distinct paths, and the whole thing felt forced just to tick a romantic subplot. It's strange how the MCU sometimes tries to force relationships that don't quite fit, leaving fans questioning the decisions made by the writers. The Bruce-Natasha pairing felt like one of those missteps in an otherwise exciting cinematic universe. And at number 1 is Sersi and Ikaris. The relationship between Sersi and Ikaris from Eternals was a monumental surprise. This duo remained a couple for a jaw-dropping 5,000 years. Despite this incredible span, the audience barely scratches the surface with the romance. The film, with its vast ensemble cast, mainly showcases their relationship through brief flashbacks. It's only in the present-day scenes that the awkwardness of their reunion becomes apparent. But there's the kicker. Ikaris, the seemingly devoted partner, turns against his fellow Eternals, including Sersi. This unfortunate turn of events dashes any hopes of a happy ending for their romance. The emotional farewell between the two characters could have been far more impactful if fans had been given a better chance to emotionally invest in their relationship. The lack of deeper exploration left audiences yearning for more insight into their bond, making their parting more bittersweet than it could have been. And as always, if there's an MCU ship that you think I've missed, feel free to let me know down in the comments. This has been AJ Spatola with Top 10 Nerd, and I'll catch you all in another video. Later, nerds!